Hey everybody, talking about the 13th of July. This is now another day with the new camera, third day using it. And my plan, I talked about it in the video. I recorded video, so that's already out and everything. But just to briefly mention, the point was I was going out, I was going to a new location. I was going up north to try to scout out some places for when some of my friends move up north so that we've got places to go. And I've already kind of like looked over and, you know some good spots to go to. And this was one that I went to going, all right, well, it could be good and we'll see. But I also really need to set up my settings on my new camera. It's been 3 days. I've used it for 2 of those 3 days. This will be 3 out of the 3 days. And I really just need to take some time and actually set up the settings properly because I'm missing things and I'm not getting quite the results I want to. And then if you watch the video, I get out of the car and it's nonstop birds the entire time I'm there. They're everywhere. Got some really good shots that I'm happy with. I did not set up the settings until I got back to the car 3 or 4 hours later. And then I forced myself to just, while I was there in the parking lot, sit and take the camera and just set all my settings up then and there. So it took me like 45 minutes at that point to get everything set up, but I'm glad I did. And I still got some pretty cool shots. This is a Western Kingbird. It's not a new one for me. It's not the best photo I've ever taken, but I did get that one. This one was much better. I was really happy about this. You can kind of see where the wind was blowing a little bit to the point where its feathers were sticking out, or maybe it was mid-preening. I can't really say, but I was happy about that. I was like, man, that's probably the best one I've gotten so far until I saw this one. And like, yeah, yeah, you talk about this is one of the things I've been, discussing more recently as I've started setting a goal for myself of capturing birds in different types of photos, different behaviors, and the types of photos I can get. And this is a portrait shot if I've ever seen one. It's about as close as I can get to fully filling up the frame with the bird and the detail you can see on this. Like I've never seen one so close that I could see it's got chips on its beak before. Dude, that's cool. So yeah, I got some shots of something like that. I will also say I got some shots of something up in the sky that I really couldn't tell what it was for a while there. Um, like even zooming in, the tail was throwing me off here with how long it was, and this just I don't know. There's a pair of them, and it wasn't until I got this shot and then I got back home and I was editing it and I went, oh, okay. So we've got speckled white all throughout here and on the tail, and then the beak's shape and size. It's a juvenile bald eagle. It's not fully grown or anything. It's still coming into its colors and everything. Eventually the head will go white and it'll get more brown, and then the tail will be white and it'll be more identifiable as a bald eagle. But it confused me at first while I was out there. I was pretty happy as well about getting a photo of the cowbirds, just like two in one spot. That was cool. I don't often see something like that. The chickadee, the black-capped chickadee, that's fine. It's not great. It landed and then it was really dark. So again, it's okay. It was there on there, but I am kind of happy with this because it had like a spider in its mouth. And like, that's pretty neat. Don't see that every day. If you watch the video from this day though, the highlight that was and then wasn't was right there at the start where we had what I thought, because Merlin was telling me it was. And I was so excited going, ooh, this is rare. Identified, classified as rare. I will have to upload proof that I heard it. So I got recordings of it and I took photos of it. And then the more I looked and I realized it's a lot more white than I, thought it was at first. I thought it was a lot more gray looking at it, but you almost can see the color in here. Not an indigo bunting, which would have been rare. The lazuli or lazuli or however you want to pronounce it, I don't really care. I think is more likely. It's really close though. It's not enough for the photo that I've seen of what the hybrid looks like, but Merlin was definitely saying indigo, and then like I don't know, that's a lot of red there. Like there is enough that I think it's juvenile. I think it's still coming in. It's difficult. I did not report it as such. I don't think I have enough here that definitively says it's indigo. I think it's lazuli, lazuli, whatever you want to say. Still cool. Really cool that I heard it and I got that, and I will have to pull the audio off of my phone, I just realized, because I would like to save that, assuming it is in any way usable. It's not for my audio recorder, but it should still work in some way. And that was pretty cool. That's really everything else. There wasn't too much else. I will say it was kind of cool. I was taking pictures of a house finch at one point towards the end as it was like flitting around on these flowers out here, eating from it. And then also while I was out there, I got a hummingbird. The hummingbird just happened to fly up, and I let that pre-capture go in the 30 frames a second to try to get it. But even at 3,200 frames a second, or 3,200 shutter speed, not enough to really fully get some good detail. It was also pretty far out there, but like, you know, it's weird, this body movement of what it's doing. I thought it was cool though to see that, and I'll try with the next hummingbird I see to crank that shutter speed just a bit higher. We'll see. I'm really hoping over this next weekend that I'll be going out on, having my settings already fully set up for the camera will help me get past that initial awkward first weekend of like, ooh, this is a little off. It feels a little different. By Monday, I was feeling much better, and that had to do with both the camera responding in a way that like I was feeling better about what it was, and I was thinking through while I was out there doing this and seeing birds everywhere, taking as many pictures as I could. I also was mentally going, okay, that's the kind of photo I'm taking. What do my settings need to be for that? Got it. Write that down. Think about it like this. Make sure you've got that. And then note that mentally. And when you get back to the car, which is when I forced myself to sit down and update all my settings, I had an idea of all the different modes that I want to pre program in custom so that when I'm out there, I can quickly switch to them. And I'm not trying to go, all right, there's a bird and it's flying and I need to be in tracking mode for it to be fast enough. And I need to have real responsive tracking. And then I should have the pre capture on. And I should be going 30 frames a second so I can freeze it in midair with the wings in the position that I want. And those are all way too many settings to try to set up on the fly. Well, it like just saying that, even though I could go faster thinking, it's gone. It needs to be a 2-button mode, get to it, press it, go. It's not as fast as just switching the dial on my old one to get to that. I can still do that with 2 of my settings, but I'm limited to 2 as opposed to the 6 custom ones I currently have set up. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm very excited. I'm really enjoying the new camera. I'm getting photos that I'm really happy with. I do think the highlight of that one was the profile of the Western Kingbird right there. Just like, boom. I don't think I will probably ever take another photo of a Western Kingbird that's better than this. The only thing that could be different, I suppose, is the background could be slightly different, but like I don't even think like that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with the green background or anything, and you get a bird as in focus as it could be, as well lit as it could be here. Like, I don't know, it'll be interesting. I will say, some point in my lifetime, hopefully over the rest of my nice long lifetime, I hope, I will be very interested to see what I actually go, no, you know what? This one's better than this. Because I can't picture what it could be at this moment in time. Check back in like 10 years and we'll see if I've gotten anything better than this. This may be the peak it gets for on a portrait photo of a Western Kingbird. Super cool. Really cool. All right. That's it. Bye, buddy.